walk up to the target. I mean, a melee stun from the Dragon Tail, it's a great stun, but you have to actually get a range to cast it, so Shadow Demon gives that option, especially if there's also a Soul Catcher. That's going to be doing a lot of damage also with the Breath of Fire if he gets it off, if they are both level 2 or higher, of course. As we're going to see TongFu banning out some solo mids that they don't want to be facing, or at least solo laners, I should say, with the Skywrath Mage as well as the Tinker. And carries are the ban for Zenith, both the Anti-Mage as the Shadow Fiend, which is quite interesting because apparently they're not rating Dragon Knight that high and they want to have a secondary carry with that.
So TongFu right now really well positioned to pick up that follow-up support, so be it the Lena, be it the Shrek, there's still plenty of options for them. Zenith, I think, wouldn't mind one of those two either, so we'll see how this works out. And then TongFu, I'd like to see them try and go aggressive, but then it comes down to a question of who's going to be soloing against the against the Lone Druid, on bot. So I think these questions and more answered in just a second, though we might just see the support here. Whichever one TongFu take, I think Zenith will just take the other. So I think I just like the little Shrek more. Oh, there's the Jakiro as well.
I like the Jakiro.
I do like the Jakiro. He's a little bit lumbering, though. It's kind of slow, but that's my criticism. He was so strong, you know, until that Ice Path damage got tweaked again. So
5 seconds remaining.
We just saw him fall out a little bit from that.
We have got the Chaos Knight, by the way, banned out. The chat actually called out for a CK Wisp combination, so maybe Zenith protecting them from that just in case. TongFu though, they're taking their time, they're really taking their time to think about this pickup, and they end up going with the Weaver, so that is gonna be probably their solo lane, and then the Magnus mid Dragon Knight on the carry role indeed. Be that on an aggressive trial lane or a safe trial lane, all is still possible. And they could even have Magnus off lane, Weaver safe lane, Dragon Knight mid, and then just roam with the supports again, if they want to.
It could also be an aggressive tri lane with Weaver Magnus soloing against the Lone Druid at bot and DK farming mid, solo mid. But
there's a lot of options there.
Yeah, there's a ton of options for TongFu right now, because we actually saw last game Yamate against Hao, Magnus versus Lone Druid. There is the opportunity for the Magnus to have a pretty good lane matchup there. Unfortunately, DK kind of needs to spam Bottle Crow himself if he's going to be on mid, so that's going to be tough for the Magnus not having access to that courier. So maybe we won't necessarily see that laning composition just because of that one. And TongFu taking the Weaver, they are going to pass the Shrek back to Zenith, so they're going to be able to get their hands on that. Though there is still a Lena, there's still a Jakiro, so they're not too worried about supports.
Exactly, and Leshrac is of course a great hero to have together with the Rubik. Bit of coordination needed, and we actually saw a bit of miscoordination, I think, yesterday. I'm not sure if that was from Zenith. I think it could have been. You have to get, of course, the drop down at the right place where Leshrac actually lands his stun. Otherwise, it's going to be quite pointless. But a great hero nonetheless, and also with the Lone Druid and the Leshrac there, they have a lot of pushing power. And as far as counter push goes for TongFu, they don't really have that much. I mean, there's a Shockwave, there's a Breath of Fire, but you only have those limited options because there's not a very high mana pool upon either of those heroes. So Zenith could try to go for a bit of a push here very early on.
And what else have we? Oh, okay. This. Okay, so it's going to be Lena. No huge surprise there for the follow-up to the Shadow Demon. But here's something that messed with me the other day. Sheever, where are Weaver's eyes?
They're the yellow things.
Yeah, okay, good. I was... for the longest time, I thought that they were... I could have sworn that they were the red things. Yeah.
No, because no.
Yeah. They're not. They're definitely the yellow things.
Yes.
Yeah. But he looks so creepy when you look at him like that.
He is creepy. He's a fucking ant. Have you not seen the Fire Ant movie?
I haven't seen the Fire Ant movie.
Well, don't. It is damn right scary. They eat people alive.
Eesh.
It was one of the most scary movies I ever saw when I was a kid, and I had nightmares about ants for a very long time. Never really liked ants after that. And burnt them with my hourglass, or however you call them. Not with an hourglass, with the magnifying glass.
10 seconds remaining.
I was one of those people at some point. I'm evil.
There's still a Darkseer for Zenith I don't mind it in the slightest. But Sand
Ooh,
King.
Leshrac Sand King, I like it. And they might actually go for that
Farming
as a dual
Lesh.
lane. Yeah.
Farming
I
Lesh.
like it, I like it, I like it a lot. They could go for dual lane and then Rubik either, you know, supporting someone who they care. And then, yeah, I like it a lot.
Rubik Gyro top, Leshrac Sand King mid, Lone Druid as the offlaner. TongFu are going to be forced, I think, to bring the Shadow Demon mid to help it out the DK. And that's going to make things a little bit interesting as far as their lanes are concerned. Weaver's an okay 1v3, but not spectacular. So, yeah, we'll see how these lanes end up positioned for TongFu. They could just put the Weaver top, have the DK tri-lane farming bot, and the Magnus mid again. We think we've rattled off almost all the permutations for TongFu as far as lanes are concerned. So we'll get some clarity as we move forward.
5 seconds.
I'm kind of, yeah,
remaining.
I was very excited until I realized that if the Leshrac Sand King lane doesn't work out in the early game, then Zenith is going to be in a very tough position and TongFu has the potential to just roll over them with the Magnus there. But I have high hopes for
Prepare
game number
for
4.
battle.
Because of course this is game number 3 of the best out of 5. TongFu 2 games up against Zenith right now, and Zenith, well, they are in dire straits right now. Is that a way to say it? I think it are. They are in a dire state of mind because they have to win 3 games in a row to still have a chance to take this title. They can do it. We know they can. We have seen them win games before. We actually have. Today, not so lucky just yet, but maybe right now they're going to be getting their way because they're scouting out the environment, seeing if they can get a level 1 engagement going, and that is going to be the bear scouting out people. Hello. And maybe the bear can chase some people down. The telekinesis, of course, there to start things off. And freedom is going to be the one that they're luring things to. They just need to have the vision. A lot of people waiting. The bear. Oh, do they see it? They don't. They just only see the bear. Now they can go. They need the engagement though. They need the telekinesis. Weaver is going to be the target. Rocket Barrage is going to be there as well. Sentry Ward is being dropped down. Light Strike Array up on 2. Burrow Strike though up on how. He is very tanky and the disruption will keep him alive a little bit longer. Move. Going to be doing what he can to freedom. Another Light Strike Array up on 2. The King J goes down first though. And the Rubik goes down second. There goes another kill. It is Zenith that gets a double kill. Ice is picking up all the gold. They want to be getting it number 3. Triple kill. Ice with the start of his life. No entangles needed if you can just right click Heroes of Death. A 4-for-1 exchange. Zenith are going to be having one of the better starts of a game that they've had this entire tournament.
Yeah. Master Ramen. Not too impressed. But a fantastic fight for them, and just you wouldn't normally expect to see the Rubik, the Leshrac, and the Sand King in a level 1 fight, so that, you know, combination of chain stun working out fantastically for Zenith, so it gets them off to an amazing start. We're gonna have the farming. Oh, we didn't talk about who's playing what, so yeah, which team do you want to do?
Well, I'll just start with Ice. I've been shouting his name out for so long. He is going to be playing the Lone Druid. Okay, so people can read that totally wrong, by the way. But he's going to be playing the Lone Druid. We're going to be seeing Yamate playing the Leshrac and a solo mid-roll. Ice sitting around with an Invis rune, though. We're going to just sit here mid for a second because they're going to be going in on him. Burrow Strike around the corner. Just need to get him in a bit of a good positioning. There's still, of course, a score that they have to keep in mind. Split Earth is going to hit as well. Is there going to be something else? Edict is going to be put on. Skewer towards the tower. Ice taking a bit of damage there. Moo is going to be getting chased out of, well, out of his tower range, but at least he is going to be safe, and they are not going to be able to kill him. And on the top lane, we have got ourselves a dual lane as well. We've got ourselves X Freedom playing the Rubik and XY playing the Gyrocopter and farming not very well, actually. Only got 2 last hits so far.
Yeah. Not amazing just yet. King J actually got ganked really aggressively by Freedom and XY, so managed to survive. He's going to be on the Weaver, and looks like again we're going to be waiting because we've got
We got another
Ice
gank.
very aggressive. Yeah,
Ice making
so
things
King J,
happen.
yeah, King J gets a, you know, I guess his spidey senses are tingling. He's not quite a spider, but you know, I guess it's close. But anyway, Mo's going to be on mid on the Magnus. You know, he's been having the games of his life the last 2, so we'll see if he's going to be able to keep that trend rolling. Survives that gank on mid, so nice for him. Meanwhile, the bot Hao is going to be on the Dragon Knight, Banana is going to be on the Shadow Demon, and that leaves San Sheng to play the laner, just stacking up the jungle right now, so securing some farm for later on in the game. But yeah, looking pretty good. I like the choice to stack this camp as well.
Which camp?
Stacking the hard camp. The other thing is as well, so if they can luckily get some trolls, if Ice tries these cheeky pulls and things with the creeps, then they can just pull the neutrals into the where the bear is, and the creeps will automatically aggro off the bear and onto the neutrals. So yeah, that's really nice for him.
Yeah, and the bear, of course, getting a bit of a head start with a triple kill. He got himself boots. He has got himself also boots on his bear. Bear is going to be in a bit of a trouble though. He is level 4 right now, so only 1 level away from getting those entangles, and he is up against a level 1 and a level 2 support. So when he gets that level 5 and he gets an entangle on one of those two, he is going to be getting more kills, and he is going to be able to spiral out of control real fast, as we are going to be seeing Banana trying to get some more experience maybe in the lane with How. As Weaver goes down to the top lane actually, the sentry board still hanging around from the previous ganks that we saw. The telekinesis was there, the burrow strike of course as well, rocket barrage, and everything being thrown up on one poor little Weaver.
it was a very straightforward gank for Zenith there. So nice pickup. This is the problem with Weaver. I mean, yes, he's kind of survivable as far as being evasive, but when the Shikuchi's on cooldown, he's a bug with 500 HP. So yeah, it doesn't work out great. And Zenith, calculated aggression. They're gonna smoke unless they're just gonna maybe loop towards mid. Are they worried about Mu again? He's been a thorn in their side for too long. I think this is the gank. We'll see if they can get it done. And there's no cogs this time.
Oh, let's see. Mu is gonna get a telekinesis. He's noticing it now. Wanted to run, can't do so. Burrow strikes, split earths, edicts. Mu, you're dead. And that's what you said already. At level 1, it was the same as right now. The continuous disable. There's just no helping it. And I just want to point out again that, of course, we talked about it last week. I mentioned it earlier today. Leshrac, one of the heroes that we've seen do all kinds of things, multiple roles, and I'm very happy to see him back in a solo mid role because he can really make a big difference in a game, make a big difference in a fight if he gets his farm up early.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, even if he just picks up a fairly early BKB, that's going to be amazing. Just for wading into the middle of the fight and just you know, what are you guys going to do, effectively? So hopefully we're going to see something along those lines from Yamate and Ice, the loop around on top as well.
Yep, we're going to be seeing King J in a bit of trouble, and also Ice in a bit of trouble. Banana and Sunshine have actually smoked up. Gonna be finding Ice. There's the disruption. Bear looking for entangles in the meantime. Light Striker Ray is gonna be there as well. Is he gonna be tanky enough? No, he is not. And he goes down. How picks up his first kill of the game. And with the help of the supports, who actually got a lot of levels from that, now are both level 3, are going to be happy that they actually got that, because one entangle could have turned that around very easily. But the follow-up stun was of course there, as the pressure continues on top. King J though, he's already backed off.
Yeah, a really nice return as well from Ice. He managed to soak up the catcher onto the bear, so a little bit more survivable there, though obviously not quite enough to get him out the safety, but still finding good levels. That triple kill was just a phenomenal start for him, so even these ganks aren't slowing him too much. And Zenith this time around looking very convincing, you know, a 4-kill lead, experience and gold, both sitting pretty comfortably on their side, and they have been since minute 0.
Yeah, minute 0 actually, indeed. Ice though, I mean, his farm since then hasn't really been that phenomenal, even though he gets an entangle up on How, won't be able to get anything with it. How is just super tanky. He got himself only 1 level in Dragon Blood, but still is of course one of those heroes that is very tough to take down. But the supports have actually rotated after that gank, knowing that they can't really stand around Ice since he's level 5, above level 5, because that bear will be able to entangle them, and they're actually roaming around a bit as well. Banana maybe in mid lane together with Alina, maybe trying to get something done here up on the Leshrac. Of course, Leshrac, I guess he kind of fell out of favor in the mid lane because he doesn't have an escape, and they can try to profit from that.
Yeah. The one thing I'd like to point out is that Sancheng is being really diligent with stacking camps. We've got 2 in the westmost hard camp, and we've also got a couple of stacks up as well that we saw earlier. So that's going to be, that just shows the importance of getting this level 16 up on DK. So TongFu really thinking ahead, you know, planning for their overall game, and just nice to see that from them, you know, getting as much time as they can, as much value as they can out of their supports early on.
Yeah, and they're actually wasting a bit of time for themselves. Roaming middle, not doing anything, roaming top, not doing anything, and I just said that it's nice that they killed off Ice to get some extra levels, but if they're not going to be continuing leveling, well, that's going to be a bit moot, because they're still level 3 at minute 7.
Yeah, unfortunately all they needed was a second smoke, but they didn't quite have enough gold, unfortunately, so that kind of sucks. Mu is invis. I don't know if anyone's going to fall for this mid, so yeah, looks like Banana, all he can do is soak up a little bit of farm. Who's gonna have to reveal himself. So the jig is kind of up. Yamate not falling for that one. Meanwhile, at bot, Ice actually rotating his way down, and a lucky entangle might kill off How. He is at half HP and walking back. So the bear does definitely harass him out of the lane while the supports aren't here. So that is the trade-off that TongFu are making whenever these two supports leave the lane. And Banana and Sansheng continue to just sit mid. So missing out on time, and this is farm for Ice.
Yeah, and
So
in the
Zenith-
meantime, of course, Ice has been doing a bit of the same role as Sunshine
Under attack.
and Banana. I mean, he is roaming as well. He's level 3 as well. A bit more successful, though. I mean, he got 5 assists already to his name. And he's now actually leveling a bit as well with the levels that Ice is getting. So, in a way, Zenith just having everything distributed way more even. I mean, King J is getting also not really that many levels. I mean, he's level 5 only. There's a level 8 and level 7 up on TongFu. That is great, but the rest is level 5 or lower. Well, there's 2 level 7s and a level 8 up on Zenith, so it's a distinct difference there. As we actually see with the TPs coming bottom, that Zenith has backed up out of the bottom lane, and gonna be seeing Yamate lagging a bit. Of course, that's the Leshrac. Never a good thing having the Leshrac lag. His split earth is already hard enough to hit as it is.
Where is he? I'm just checking things out of interest.
Okay, well, we have the
Yeah,
gold
it's
craft,
like
yeah.
a bit.
He's mid. He's standing mid. On his way back to base, maybe, if he's lagging that much. Doubt it, though. But yeah, it's TongFu that it's in a tough position, but they still have that Magnus that can turn things around. We have the Dragonite that can turn things around for sure. I mean, I always say later kills mean more than earlier kills. So if TongFu can get one team fight, the whole early game is gonna be totally nullified again. They have to just get that good team fight though, as the disconnect actually goes for Yamate there. So I guess the lag was a bit too much for his connection to handle.
The one big problem that I see for TongFu is that so I talked about last game, you know, when your team only has one strategy, basically that they can work towards and whatnot, and it's kind of the situation for TongFu. So here's the game plan for TongFu. The supports are going to roam a little bit, but that makes life tough for How. So that's not really an easy win. That's not a clear-cut decision to make. They need to try and make some space for Weaver. They need to try and make some space for Dragonite. There's just no questions asked. They're both going to need farm. Weaver, by virtue of being on the off lane, is going to need some sort of recovery into the game. And How is just, as a hard carry Dragonite, really aiming to just farm. He can pick up a Shadow Blade to try and be a little bit more relevant early on in the game, but it's going to be tough, especially since Zenith are going to be packing anti-invis pretty much constantly for the Weaver. So that means that everything falls onto Mu to,
Pressure.
just, yeah, exactly. The game is, for TongFu, is kind of on his shoulders right now, and Zenith know it. They get the gank off on mid, so they're slowing him down and keeping Mu out of the game. Again, he is the first piece that the rest of the TongFu game is built on top of. So if they can knock out that domino, the rest should have come falling down. So Zenith, this time around, it's them with the slightly more aggressive early game team. I think they've got more options, and having pushed TongFu kind of into a corner as far as what their game plan can be, they're executing perfectly to sort of be in an advantageous spot. And that obviously that level 1 team fight helps out a lot.
Yeah, but that just gave them the edge that they needed to get these lanes going for them. Because if they can build up from that, that would be them getting this game. It's the thing though. I mean, you said everything rests on the shoulders of Mu. It's so true. But if he gets that good RP, everything is open again. And I think that knowing Mu, as in the way he played earlier today, he can do that.
Yeah,
I have faith.
I mean, if there was anybody in this game who could put a team on their shoulders, I think it's gonna be Mu. And Magnus, he's got some wide shoulders. He's got space for everybody. So we'll see. It's not gonna be an enormously fast blink from him, though. A nice reverse can always pick up 2 kills, and that's a ton of gold. So we shall see. But I'd like to see. I talked about the Lothars being a tough decision for DK, but I think he still just needs to get it. He needs that early game. Ooh, Windows update. That's gonna take a while. But he needs that early game presence because they can't afford to wait for both Weaver and DK, I think. So,
Yeah.
we shall see.
Yeah, both heroes, of course, heroes that do need a bit of levels at least, and farm more, and moreover for Weaver, levels for How. But as you already said, I mean, those stacks in the jungle will definitely make it easier for How to get his levels up. Real fast, and hopefully spike over to the top of Zenith in terms of levels, even though that's going to be tough to do. He is doing okay on the farm, actually. I mean, he's not doing amazingly well, of course, he already died once, but then again, who hasn't? Well, I can tell you who hasn't. It's the Lina that's the only one on the side of TongFu that hasn't died yet. That's because Sunshine threw out some amazing stuns during the level 1 engagement, actually. But yeah, I mean, he has been getting some form of farm there, so yeah.
Let's see. Zenith support's doing pretty well in terms of levels. It'd be nice if Ice had a little bit more than he does, but you know, that's absolutely fine. And prioritizing the level 6 on the Rubik, another deterrent to deal with moves. So that's definitely not too bad. This time it's going to be Freedom on the Rubik though. So I commended Ice for his steals in game 1, but we'll see if Freedom is going to be able to match those in this game. He doesn't look like a frog though, so that might be a bit of a disadvantage. You know,
what?
Who knows? No, Ice's Rubik set is the one that kind of makes him look like a frog.
It's not a frog, it's a duck face.
It's a duck?
It's a duck face.
That's not a duck.
Yeah, it is.
Is it?
He has a duck face.
Someone
the duck face. The duck face. That's what he has.
I don't know, I think he looks more like a frog.
Duck face.
Chat Chat will decide.
Chat will be on my side, right, Chat? Because I'm streaming and I'm like, you know.
Because this is Sheever's stream.
Otherwise,
this is the
I'll
Sheever show.
spam you with commercials till you die. Or till you leave, I guess. Duck face.
Until you die.
I don't know. I'm trying to get the only thread out here that I can actually do. Not really working out properly. Oh, this is a long pause, by the way.
Just threaten never to show Cat on stream again. You know, then that'll get them on your side. This is a very long pause. Do we need to start breaking out the knock knock jokes?
Nope. No, I can't do those. I don't get
jokes?
those. I know how they work, I just don't find them funny. I said it. Well, you can try. I can try.
Okay. Do you want me to do the joke?
Well, yeah, I can't do the joke.
Okay, I got nothing.
No, see, it's very tough.
I don't have any good knock knock jokes.
I know what to say. Like, if you're on the other side, I can say who's there, and then I can say pinch www.who, and then you can make your joke, and you know I can do that role, but I can't make the jokes themselves because they're so bad normally.
Yeah.
Meantime,
okay. Well, let's abandon the knock knock joke plan. That ship has sailed.
We can, however, talk about that Mouse vs IC Cup is, you know, taking a very long time before they can actually start Game 3, so they are also having some issues. They actually had to have a remake, and then they had more remakes. Apparently, Dota TV is actually broken, and people can't see things in Dota TV, so I hope that's going to be fixed by the time that I'm jumping in, and I'm hoping secretly also that the 4th and 5th game are going to be postponed until tomorrow, in which case I will actually be able to cast EG versus Cupid Pandas completely, and I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to do that because that game should be good.
I picked EG as my team to win the qualifier.
Me too. EG and Mouse, actually, as my two teams.
Okay, EG's biggest opponent is themselves.
Yeah.
So, if they don't throw the games, I think they're gonna do pretty well. So that was like the contingent. That was what that bet was contingent on. That EG don't beat themselves.
Okay. Well, people in the chat say, duck, horse, duck, horse,
duck, horse,
cow. I don't see frog. I don't see frog. Just saying. People are agreeing with me and some aren't, but the ones that aren't agreeing with me are not agreeing with you.
This is bias against me. Because
No.
we're on Sheever stream.
No. There, because some are not agreeing with me.
Fair enough. I will take my defeat, and from now on I will accept that Rubik looks like a duck.
No, not like a duck, like a duck face.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
We have a
okay.
try and a go. Let's see how far we can get after this pause. And I will type actually in the chat, pause is over in 2 minutes. Sorry for delay. Not that I can help it, but it's still nice to have someone say sorry, right? Because we don't see a sorry in the chat.
Yeah, we haven't actually had that many pauses, which is
That's
nice.
true.
So this adds the air of legitimacy back into this game.
I mean, yeah, we haven't had any really long pauses or something at all, and that's quite surprising in the current meta. I'm gonna be calling it part of the meta, actually. Yes.
It's part of the meta for sure.
Hereby declared. So we still had TongFu a bit at the back foot, but we were waiting for them to have their levels up before they can actually make their move. And we are going to be seeing Zenith making their move maybe on the top lane, as King J, of course, he is the one with the escape. So he got himself away. Leshrac goes down, still in the middle lane, to both Mu and Sansheng helping out. Mu actually using his RP to do that with a double damage rune, so really no escape for Yamate. And also Yamate, of course, the one that had some lagging issues, so maybe not be all too fair for him. Does Telekinesis, King J, trouble, Rocket Barrage, Burrow Strike, he's dead. He had still had his ulti, but he just the disable was just way too much for him, and he goes down. In the meantime, the Dragon Tail hits up on the bear. The pressure is on for Ice in the bottom lane, but Hao just pops his Dragon form and is just pushing the lane back out again. So it's gonna be also just fine here as their first tower goes down. It is the top tier 1 on the side of TongFu. Getting dropped by Xpy, getting himself that extra gold. Has got his drums, has got his face boots, and I'm rambling.
So it looks like these stacks are actually for Mu. So it looks like that's going to be the Blink Dagger plan for him. So not only are TongFu, not only is it up to Mu to put the team on his shoulders, his team is helping him do it as well. So we shall see. Hopefully this faith will be rewarded. But so far it's looking really good for Zenith. We saw at bot while that kill was happening mid. Hao actually ended up popping the dragon form just to try and scare the bear away because he almost solo killed Banana, so that was not a great outcome at the end. And Ice. Double Gloves of Haste picked up, so he's going to be picking up both the Armlet and the Maelstrom. And now Zenith making their way down towards bot.
Yeah, smoke up. Let's see what they can do there. Of course, looking for take down the tower. At least they'll get Banana. There's really no hope for that guy, actually. I mean, that's just cruel. He can't do anything against that. And Zenith just march on. Gonna go for that tier 3. A tier 1, rather. No tier 3s yet on the menu.
Yeah. There's a rank 4 edict as well, along with the bear, so this is going to be painfully quick. There is a fortification ready to use, but again, it's a question of TongFu. Who can they defend with? Mu's going to be smoked up. They do have the reverse. This might be enough. The tower's going to drop really quickly, though. Hao coming in as bait?
I'm not sure if they can do this. They can't. They can't. The Burrow Strike is there. How? Trouble. Here comes Sun Sheng trying to save the day. Night Strike Ray only hits up on the bear. How in some trouble still, but at least not dead yet. And Mu, he has his RP. He's gonna try to use it. No, he's not. He's gonna get entangled with the bear. At least he takes down Sand King as he scored away. Mu has still got the shockwave trying to reach the bear. Can't find him in the meantime. Disruption and Soul Catcher up on X Freedom running for his life. Everybody sees him though, and he is gonna be dropped. There he goes. Lone Druid still alive here. Ice is gonna be getting stunned up. Gonna be getting Light Strike Raid. Gonna be getting everything. And will be getting a cooldown to try and help him out. But it doesn't matter. It is gonna be Lone Druid that died. But at least Mu dies with him. Hao dies as well. Here comes the double kill from XY. And this is ending up to be a fight going the way of Zenith. Even though it was really going well for TongFu. In the end, I have to say, there was no RP used.
Yeah, it was looking so good and without the RP used, but at the end of the day, there's still a tier 1 there, and Zenith calling for backup after that fight started to go a little bit off course for them. So come on, I mean, TongFu pick up some nice kills, but they lose. They're pretty much the 2 most important heroes in the entire game right now. So Zenith's still looking very good, and looking like we're probably going to be, well, I mean, it's a bit early to call, but looking like we might be seeing a game 4 here. And Zenith, you know, finding their form, which is always nice to see, especially when we want good Dota, right? That's the name of the game.
That's the plan. So. That's the plan. What are you thinking, by the way, that Yamate is gonna buy? He's got 2100 gold. Is he gonna go for the Bloodstone normally, or? Because he didn't pick up mana boots, which is something that you normally do. If you go for Bloodstone, you pick up mana boots, so you can split those later on, and you know, get the orb blade from that later. Let's see if actually what this is gonna be doing. Banana looking for the disruption, finds it well. Swordcatcher is gonna be there as well. Actually, no, it's not. Skewer towards the tower. Ice is gonna get Laguna bladed. Shikushi to go down Split Earth. Not gonna hit any hero. Actually, quite impressive that Yamate wasn't able to hit anybody there, because it was like in between everybody.
Yeah. I don't know if he's still liking. Let's just check. It's not too high. It's like 200. So
okay.
It's playable, but obviously not great for landing Shrek stones.
Yeah.
And on the question of what he's going for, I do like just the straight BKB rush, because a Shrek that dies with you know, any mana left, that's damage that he could have gotten out with a little bit more survivability. Yeah. So I definitely like the BKB rush as the sort of the core for Leshrac. And TongFu actually just bring a whole bunch of heroes mid. Again, life is kind of difficult for them right now. Moon none too far away from the Blink Dagger, so that's going to be a really big help. Meanwhile, however, Gyrocopter and the Lone Druid are farming pretty well. Ice without a bear for 10 seconds, so figures out something to do. He's going to pull some creeps on top.
Always useful.
Yeah, nice little play from him. I mean, just really good awareness. He's always got a game plan. He's always working towards something. So.
And Sunshine coming mid as well to just try to stop Zenith from going in, because I think that Zenith is kind of done playing nice. They'll still have Ice farming, maybe still even have XY farming, but the BKBs are almost done. And I think we're gonna see some pushes gonna come off after that, because they've taken down a tier 1 on bottom and top, and I think they should be looking at taking the tier 1 middle. Purely, not even because of the gold, purely because of the control point it is for TongFu. The TP point, the Roshan control, and just the whole map control that it will give Zenith. So I'm kind of expecting them to push that out fairly soon, but I'm also, of course, expecting TongFu to fight like lions to defend that, because of all the reasons I just said, actually.
Yeah, exactly. It's a very valuable tower for them. The ancient stack is pretty, well, they don't have a stack, but keeping control of their ancients is pretty important as well right now. So we shall see. Mu is going to have his Blink Dagger unless he gets picked off in the next 10 seconds, but no, I think he's going to be absolutely fine. So that's a really nice pickup for them as far as defending these towers go, though Zenith continued the march forward. So let's see if TongFu can just stall out long enough. Again, I think it's still all on Mu, and needs to get these reverse polarities going.
Well, he's got a level 2 RP right now, and his Blink Dagger is in the base. Just needs the courier freed up to have it brought to him, and then maybe we're gonna see it go in mid, perhaps. There's still 3 people hanging around for TongFu in mid, as well as for Zenith, so they could try and do this. But they won't have the hasten for it anymore, as XY is backing off a bit on the bottom lane. He has his BKB ready. He is 5 to 0 to 3, has been an 8 out of the 10 kills, doing really well for himself. Ice is the one that has actually got 3 deaths to his name from the 7 kills that TongFu did. And he is getting his recipe for the armlet, so he has the armlet almost complete. Actually, he has it complete if the bear is in the base, probably. And we are going to see a Blink Skewer, hits up a Yamate, in some trouble, but should be able to get himself away. Telekinesis move, gets dropped down. There's a disruption helping out. Ice. Oh, wow, that splitter. That's a good one from Yamate. Hits up on 3, stops the initiation completely. Saves the lives of Ice, I think, even though with the Sandstorm he was already very far away. Has to go back though. Oh, Blink in RP up on 2 Shockwave. It's gonna be 1 down, 2 down, and that is gonna be the start of a tier 1 tower getting pressured fairly hard. You said it was all on Mu. He realized it, jumped in, gets the 2 that got left behind, and gonna be taking the tower.
Yeah, TongFu really clean decision making from them there. I mean, nobody thinks that, oh yeah, we just got a 3-man splitter. They're not gonna fight us, but immediately jumps off the, you know, as soon as that Blink Dagger comes up,
yeah,
and then
Ice. Everything being thrown on him that they had. XY can maybe try and do something. The Flak Cannon still going to be able to be picking up Banana, that's nice. But other than that, he is being not so lucky in doing anything else apart from stopping the pressure, which is kind of needed as well. I mean, the tier 1 tower is still standing pretty strong, and they are going to be able to pick up the tier 1 in return. And he didn't even use his BKB.
Yeah, so XY still with the BKB doing the best on the map right now in terms of farm, and I mean a long way ahead of the Dragon Knight as well. That's what 2.5k his advantage. So I mean Gyrocopter Flash Farm really showing itself. TongFu haven't been able to go for any more of these sneaky stacks or anything like that, so they have started to stall a little bit both in terms of gold and in experience, though they actually are pushing the experience back towards their side right now. But Zenith with all the tools to just head straight into the Roshan pit, that's what they're going to do, and I just don't know if TongFu can really do anything. They're still waiting around for the DK, they're still waiting around for the Weaver.
Yeah, and of course they don't have the RP just yet, so maybe with it they might have been able to fight it, but right now they just can't, and they realize that as well. They are spending their time with farming. Maybe now they can take it. The RP is back off cooldown again in 3 seconds. The Aegis is already gone though. Ice is taking it for himself. Someone having the habit of typing the time in it when it comes. Entangles needed, doesn't get it on the first hit, so backs off.
Yeah. So Zenith, I think not. Yeah, maybe happy to just walk away here. We'll see. Center will drop down. They're gonna spot this. Yep. So
I realized that the Weaver got spotted out, so countering both wards with that. But the Roshan is already down anyway, so you know it started out as a Rosh ward for Zenith, and now it's kind of moot because they got the Aegis, so it's all happy for them. And we have everybody back towards lanes again and towards places where they can farm.
Yeah, this Aegis is probably one, like being able to force down one tier 2, I would suspect. TongFu going for a bit of a group up and push. They do have pretty good push power, obviously, with Hao, so that's nice, though it is difficult to team fight a little bit. XY, TP score ready to go, just walking his way down, and Yamate still making good progress towards the BKB. Does he actually have the Mythril Hammer up? Yes, he does, so that's going to be BKB right now. And that's kind of the trade that Zenith take. They're happy to let Leshrac finish the BKB, just because it's such a huge boon for him. And the tower going down for TongFu. It's a nice little bit of gold, but I mean, they're still waiting a long way until DK is going to have that level 16, until Weaver has, you know, items that are going to make him really relevant in this game.
Yeah, they do not fight for a tier 1 tower though. That was actually the first tower that went down on the side of Zenith. So quite surprising that other towers have managed to stick around for so long. Both of the other tier 1s though on almost half HP, so TongFu, when they do start pressure, they won't be having to pressure that hard anymore. Let's see if Sunshine is in time to stack this. Yes, he is. Nicely done. In the meantime, Hao, yeah, he's got his BKB, he's got 1300 gold, and his level is 12. And that is still 2 levels lower than the highest on the map, which is gonna be XY on his Gyrocopter.
Zenith continued to play very, very defensively as these tier 1 pushes come. I mean, they're giving more space for Yamate to farm, but they're defending with 4, and they're not really holding off against TongFu's hero. So that is part of the problem for them. They do have a little bit of a lack of initiation, at least until there's the Blink Dagger up on Sand King. But that's not gonna be up for a while. But they go for smoke.
Yeah, let's see what they can do going to the top lane. You said it, they have an Aegis, looking to take at least one tier 1 tower with that, tier 2 rather. And it's gonna be the top one that they want. The RP is around there though, they have to be careful. Watch their positioning a bit. We see Ice hanging by the side, looking of course for that Burrow Strike epicenter, which on this top lane is easy to do. Oh, there they go though, the BKB popped, it's only a bear on XY. XY trying to do what he can. And is gonna get Demonic Purge. The tower still goes down. Ice picking up the gold. And Hao getting entangled now with the Dragon Tail up on Ice. Can he do something? Nope. Cooldown coming down to stop people from continuing to go in. And Freedom, what you doing there? Gonna try to TP out. We'll be able to do that unless no is TPing out. Everybody safe. Tower down. Zenith out without any sacrifices really. They didn't use an epicenter. Cooldown, super short cooldown, so that's not really too much of an issue. And yeah, doing really well.
Yeah, a bit of an awkward team fight in both directions. I mean, XY gets skewered back, he pops BKB, he's like, okay guys, let's fight, and then TongFu back out because of the BKB, there's a Demonic Purge, so the BKB target gets slowed. And then Hao says, okay, it's my turn. pops the Dragon form, gets the stun. They don't get the follow-up. He pops the BKB, and then he walks through the call down, so getting slowed down that way. So kind of just nothing for the BKBs. Interestingly, King J, I think, made a bit of a misplay there. He should have just stayed on top of the Rubik to maintain vision so that Banana could have come in for the disruption and canceled that TP. He actually ended up walking away, and I think Banana ended up being fogged. So that was a little bit unfortunate. That might have been a free
I thought he
pick
might
off
have
for them.
been on cooldown. But
It might have been.
check.
I only checked. Yeah, I only checked at the end of the team fight.
Ah.
So could have been. I'd have to check the replay. And yeah, again, so that's a potential misplay question mark.
Yeah,
Though
well,
it did look like King J walked away from the Rubik there.
Yeah, he did. We are going to be seeing Zenith probably trying to do the same thing again on bottom if they have got the lanes pushed out again properly, and they've got everything up again. I'm not sure what Mu is doing here. Bit of hiding, bit of maybe trying to go for a pick-off, but can't find anything. He is building towards the BKB for himself. Of course, wants to not get stunned, not get not get killed off with epicenters and telekinesis, and continuously having disables on his head from Zenith that they can just chain on him if they choose to. So good choice for him there, as we see everybody of TongFu also doing maybe exactly the same thing, and we know that they are trying to buy time. So far so good. Shadow Blade is going to be the next item for How.
It is very damage efficient. I mean, with the buff that it received recently, and this is something that bothers me in general about Dota. We have all of these situations where I see I see a post and it's like, 6 months ago everybody made fun of me for calling this item good or this hero good, or I said this particular thing, and now look at the competitive scene I showed you guys. But often it's because an item or a hero receives a very significant change, and I mean, in the case of Shadowblade, the component change and the fact that it lost a little bit of damage but gained a ton of attack speed made it a really cost-efficient damage item, especially with mobility and the backstab. So, yeah, I don't know. I think there are probably people who were building Lothar's back in its original incarnation on various heroes, but the new one is so much better. So, yeah, that's a general gripe from me, and
yeah, I mean,
I guess
everything is
comments on the
constantly
popularity
shifting,
of Shadowblade.
and everything is
Exactly.
better against some certain ways of playing. I mean, the way of playing that is going to be people are going to be playing like in 2 months from now. Let's say that if there's probably going to be another patch, probably, I think. But
6.78.
yeah, if there's not going to be that, and 2 months from now, the meta will be entirely different. But it doesn't mean that the strategy that we see now cannot be that one. It's just a whole shifting game that continues, and just constantly trying to find new ways to counter old combinations, or refining previously done old combinations, like a Leshrac solo mid. It's not new.
Yeah.
Everything has been done before, but reworking it into something that is actually being done more now. It's different every single time. Every single composition is different, and not only the composition of your lineup that you're working with, but also the lineup that you're working against. It is all part of everything. As we have got the bear walking into a couple of people, will be actually taking a lot of heat. He is going to be going down. He is running, but he can't run. Goes down. There is a new summon, of course. ISSI is going to be popping that one, but has to be careful because now he only has one bear to fight with.
Radiant's middle tower
And there goes the Shadowblade Dragon Knight looking for something. I don't think he revealed it just yet. And there is no way of scouting this out on the side of the Radiant. They do have a sentry actually. They do have one. Oh, he's on that illusion. Gonna be fighting X-Spy still though. The RP is there. He pops his own BKB. He doesn't have his Aegis and he goes down. RP being stolen by X-Freedom. Gonna be up on 3. The one already going down. Weaver the one to go down. Laguna Blade helping out. Gem of Truce on the deck. It is 2 for 2 so far. How? Gonna be popping a Shadow Blade again. Still another Light Strike erased on Shen. MVP of that fight just from the high ground. Getting everything done. Will still go down. One entangle. As we still see Lina picking up the Rubik. That was just to earn charge. Ticking down. One hero left alive on the side of TongFu. It is How. It is the Dragon Knight. It is the one that actually got the gem in safety by the looks of it. And he is going to be seeing his tier 1 drop. Tier 2 rather.
Yep.
Or is he?
Really nice play by Freedom.
Sentry is of course there, but he doesn't see his tower drop. He is able to defend this by himself.
Yeah, and How only 1 level away from that all-important Frost Dragon, so that's going to be a big help. And again, these Rubik RP steals are just really changing the face of fights for Zenith. I mean, that's the first one we've seen this game, but obviously we had some fantastic ones from Ice in game 1. So yeah, kudos to the Zenith supports there. They're really showing their stuff right now. What do we got going on? Ice has 1500 gold, so not too far away from his Blink Dagger right now. Ice just tanking up a bit. 1400 gold for him. XY with the MKB picked up. So that's going to be nice in general. Just fantastic damage, and it makes him difficult to TP away from as well.
Yeah.
The mini bash.
Well, Zenith not done just yet. Probably gonna try to push down mid once more. They now have got 2 bears again. It will make a difference for sure. Isis didn't die in the previous fight though, so that also helped out. As we have Leshrac actually going for a sheep stick, probably. Oh, they're gonna come in from the side. How already popped his Dragon Form, looking for a target. Gonna be fighting XY this time. RP up on 2. Bear as well as XY. He's gonna be already the first one to go down. Banana getting a Burrow Strike as Rubik drops. We're gonna be seeing Yamate going down as well, but a Knife Splitter still before he dies. But 4 dead. It's gonna be 4 and a bear soon, because also Ice is running for his life. Can still resummon his bear. Will do so, but he is the only one left alive for his team, and TongFu has not suffered any losses whatsoever. And this is indeed Dragonite level 16. And Roshan going the way of TongFu.
Beautiful team fight from TongFu. I mean, it looked kind of dangerous when Hao walked on top of that sentry, but managed to still get the stun out. And also, nicely played by Mu. There was actually another steal, as you saw from Freedom, but he actually got picked up by the Skewer along the way, so he only really got the reverse polarity out on Mu, and that was just a really good outcome on the team fight for TongFu. So, good job. They get the Aegis, they get that level 16, and all of a sudden, you know, things looking a lot better for them. And yeah, Experience Grass goes swoosh. Yeah, it just bounces straight back. Gold's still in favor of Zenith, but that's largely a function of tos, I want to say.
1 tower
it's
I guess it's mostly the
two
difference
tower
of Gyrocopter having a pretty decent inventory, but he's the first one to die. The Dragon Tail is aimed at him, the RP is aimed at him. If he is out of the picture, where is Zenith gonna get their damage from? It's just not there.
Yeah, precisely. And I mean, Weaver is getting more damage of his own as well. You can't ignore his single target focus damage either. So while Gyro is sitting kind of pretty in his BKB and not worrying too much about being Laguna Bladed or anything like that, the physical damage from the Weaver and the DK is doing a lot. And especially, I mean, once we get to the later stage of the game, we're probably going to be seeing an AC up on the Dragon Knight. That's only going to increase Weaver's damage. I mean, I guess AC also potentially for Mu, depending on how, you know, the farm distribution goes. But he's been having another fantastic game. So while Zenith, I think they had the really nice early start that they wanted. These next couple of team fights is where the game really hangs in the balance. But 6 minutes of Aegis for TongFu, they secure, I think, the biggest win that they could have gotten out of a single team fight with that one.
For
you know,
sure.
aside from Arax, which just isn't available.
Yeah. I said 1 tower difference, but it's actually 2. There's still tier 1 top standing. I didn't actually see that.
Yeah.
That's free gold right for the pickup there. And I kind of like, at the start, of course, Zenith pulled ahead with getting a 3-for-1 exchange in minute 0. And we talked about it then, like one big team fight can turn it all back around again. I think that was a team fight that we were aiming for. TongFu right now are on par again with Zenith and can definitely take this game as they've just shown. If they take a successful team fight, they've got Hao at level 17 right now, and he actually popped his Dragon Form. Gonna go for XY. He is gonna be getting stunned. His BKB is not there, and XY is not gonna be able to do anything. He goes down. The rest of his team running for their lives, knowing that without XY they can't take this fight. They can't fight, and they are running. And we're gonna see Yamate getting chased down. He is gonna get RP though. Hello, Mu. And he is gonna be getting Dragon Tailed as well. We're gonna be picked up 2 high carry targets, high priority targets, I should say, picked up on the side of Zenith at no cost for TongFu. As we are gonna be seeing the bear getting pulled out of the bottom lane. He was able to take down the tier 3 to 244 HP, which is quite nice. But that's the kind of game Zenith has to play. Split push.
Yeah, Ice gets a lot done by himself, and again, I mean, he's always pushing it to the very. Sometimes he gets punished for it, but on bottom lane manages to get a ton of damage out in the tier 3, as you said, and TP himself back to safety. So Nicely done. They buy themselves a little bit of time. There is a cost associated with that, but it's only 3 minutes. 3 minutes left to wait out on that Aegis, so they're probably going to be able to wait that one out, maybe trade away a tier 2 for that. And by the time TongFu rotate around, they'll have respawns, and fortification shouldn't be. Well, no, fortification is not going to be up until this Aegis is gone. But I think Zenith should be okay to defend this, especially since the reverse polarity was used.
Yeah, we do have a blink dagger up on the Sand King, so the epicenter is going to be there. Even though I have to point out that his Sand King is only level 9, so the epicenter will only be level 1. And that's not really going to be doing that much against heroes that are level 17 and 15 on the set of TongFu. And actually the lowest level of TongFu is level 12. So level 9 up on Zenith, lowest level in the game, is pretty